Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron. Now, the reason why it's called Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron is because here on this channel, we talk about everyday issues and we try to find logical solutions. Unfortunately, not everyone uses logic. For that reason, it is called Uncommon Sense. Right now, we are live um, on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter on Periscope. Tonight is going to be a video, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about different topics and different issues. I just want to let people know that I would appreciate it if they would subscribe, like, and hit the bell notification to all. So therefore, whenever I program any live streams or videos, you will be notified. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share some things that I have discovered. Just bear with me for a moment. Okay, just please bear with me. Oops, no, that's not what I want to show. Okay. One moment, please. I'm having a little, okay. Okay. Please bear with me. I'm just having a little technical difficulty. Okay. Okay. Just okay. Okay. Just bear with me for a moment. I apologize. Okay. Just one moment. I'm sorry, but as always, there's some technical difficulties. I'm just going to ask you to please bear with me while I okay. Okay. Okay, let's see. Well, for some reason, I'm having some difficulties. So, okay. Okay. I don't know if any, okay. I don't know if I'm okay. I don't know if I'm able to screen. Okay, here it is. Now, we have a situation where now I have discussed this previously regarding municipal employees with the city of New York and regarding the COVID-19 mandates. Now, any municipal employee who is not fully vaccinated by February the 11th will be terminated. Let me just read to you the article. That deadline was announced Monday, months after the City Health Commissioner issued an order that all municipal employees receive vaccination series in order to work. Any city workers starting down next month's cutoff, they will be given notice according to the memos obtained by News 4. Now, the February 11th deadline applies to two groups. New hires that have not submitted proof of a second dose. And the other group are employees that are currently on unpaid leave due to the fact that they refuse to get vaccinated. And right now, there are about 3,000 municipal employees who face being terminated from their employment due to the fact that they refuse to be vaccinated. Now, I'm going to give you my point of view for whether it's worth. For those of you who have been following me, I have never been pro or anti-vax. I have been always pro. Educate yourself as far as any concerns, questions regarding C19. And then, based on the information, you decide the course of action to take. And should you decide not to get vaccinated, then you'll have to live with the full ramifications of that decision. I really feel sorry for these people. They may lose their jobs because of their refusal to be vaccinated. And let's not make any mistakes about it. People have legitimate concerns regarding these vaccines. First of all, they were rushed in a hurry. And we hear about side effects, and we also hear about people dying. Okay. And there's also a lot of information that's been hidden due to the fact that they want to impose a message of that get vaccinated, get vaccinated, get vaccinated. So I really do feel sorry for these individuals. While it is a terrible situation. Now we're going to go to the next article. Just give me a moment. Okay, I just got to share. Okay. I don't know if, okay. Now, as you recall, there's been some talk from Blasio regarding him running for governor. However, it's a possibility that he might run for a seat in Congress in the 11th Congressional District, which includes Park Slope, where the ex-mayor lives. Should Bill de Blasio run for the congressional seat, he'll most likely be facing Max Rose, who was the representative of that district. And to be perfectly frank, there is not a great deal of love lost with Max Rose. He does, he made no bones about it that Bill de Blasio, that he considered to be the worst mayor that New York City has ever had. I'm going to give you my opinion Um, he's done some good things as far as pre-K. He's also, under his watch, no municipal employee has gotten laid off. Okay. However, when it comes to like dealing with the homeless situation, his performance has not been stellar. The fact of the matter is there are more people now under his watch. So his record is kind of mixed. I don't think he's been the worst mayor. I don't think he's been the best mayor. Um, there are people who think he is the best mayor and they're entitled to their opinion. And then there are those who think he was the worst mayor. And again, they're entitled to their opinion as well. So it'll be interesting to see whether or not he does run for a seat in Congress. Okay, now I'm going to share another link, another story. Just bear with me. Okay. Okay. Now we have a situation. Just give me a moment. We have a situation where we have millennials who became part of what's called the Great Resignation. I came across this article today, and I'm just going to read to you what the article says. Just 2 weeks ago, a person, this person, we'll call Leah, quit her job of 5 years as a technical service librarian at a public library in the Midwest. She told Insider it was a toxic environment rife with turnover, few advancement opportunities, and poor policies for working parents. But she said the biggest factor was that her employer wouldn't let her to work remotely, as she had previously done during the pandemic. And even though there was a city policy in place to allow remote work on a temporary basis, Lena also felt undervalued and overworked. She said she wasn't recognized as a professional in the field that she didn't have 20 years of work that the other librarian counterparts did, often stuck doing management level tasks without a matching promotion. By the end, Lena became one of the 4 million Americans who have quit their jobs every month since April, and it's similar minded mid-career employees like her that are part of the Great Resignation, according to an analysis by Harvard Business Review that found that resignation rates are highest among 30 to 45-year-olds. Black Leah mainly are fed up with the lack of flexibility and feeling unappreciated, often parents in search of a better work-life balance. And like Leah, many are quitting without something lined up, taking advantage of the current demand for mid-level workers. BLS data from December revealed that Americans aged 35 to 44 represent the only age cohort other than 60 be at or above pre-pandemic level, indicating that the resignation is more than a reshuffle than anything else. Now, I'm going to give you my point of view on this topic as well. The fact of the matter is, it's been a challenging challenge for millions of people who have not lost their jobs. There have been because there are many challenges that they have to face. I mean, first of all, the fact that you report to your work locations um, be mindful of the fear of getting infected with C-19. So it's understandable. Also, it seems like management do not appreciate their staff um, for all the time and effort they put in to do their respective jobs. And the fact of the matter is, sometimes our jobs are very thankless because every day you do the same thing, day in, day out. Sometimes you have to overcome obstacles like lack of opportunities of promotion, um, lack of understanding regarding the issues that we have been faced during this health crisis. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to share another story. Just give me a moment. Okay. Okay. Now, I came across this article this week as well, which is the IRS attempt to use facial recognition. Um, Let me just read to you what the article says. While tax season is upon us, the IRS is pushing individuals to submit to facial recognition in exchange for being able to complete a range of basic tax-related activities online. The IRS has retained a private firm, ID.me, formerly known as TruthSwap, that claims to provide secure identity proofing, authentication, and group affiliation verification for government and business across sectors. The IRS is not the only government agent working with ID.me. The company claims to serve 27 state, municipal, federal agencies and over 400 brand retailers. This is alarming for several reasons. In a 2022 white paper, the company frames its technology in misleading ways. Specifically, ID.me obfuscate the relationship between the two distinct types of facial recognition: one-to-one verification, unlocking a phone with your face, and one-to-many identification, police searching for criminal suspects using secure camera footage and a mugshot database. In the white paper, ID.me goes out of its way to suggest it does not do facial recognition per se. It recognizes these two types of facial recognition and then immediately proceeds to expressly define facial recognition as facial identification only. By doing so, ID.me appears to recognize the dangers of facial recognition technologies, which are widely criticized as linked to false arrests and want to be seen as outside of the technology category. Now, let me just park it right here. Now, I have a lot, I don't know about you, but I have many issues with this type of technology. First of all, um, it's new. Second of all, whenever there's a technology that is new, guess what? There's going to be a lot of bugs. And mistakes can occur. And there have been reports where government agencies have been hacked. So I don't know about you guys, but I have a huge issue with this. If you do, by all means, put an enter comment in the chat. I know not too many people are watching this video. I'm sure most people will watch it on the replay, which is fine. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you one more. Okay, just one more article. Just give me a moment. Okay, just okay. Now this is a tweet. This is a tweet that Eric Mayor Adams entered in Twitter regarding police officer Moore. For those of you who are not aware, he was a young police officer. I believe he was in his 20s, and he recently he died in the performance of this duty. So I'm just going to read to you the quote, the tweet. Wilbur Moore wanted to be a police officer his whole life. He achieved his dream and his work allowed so many others to achieve their dreams. To his family, loved ones, and brothers and sisters at the 32nd Precinct, your loss is our loss. We will never forget his sacrifice. I know people love to talk about the police, and their thing is their mantra about defund the police, defund the police. And the fact of the matter is, whenever there are police that don't do their jobs, they need to be disciplined and to be terminated. But here's a young officer in his 20s that gave his life in the performance of his duty. And that being said, that's all I'm going to share because I don't want to make it a long video. Again, I just want to let people know that you can subscribe, like, and hit the bell notification to all. So whenever I do program any information, any streams or videos, you will be notified. Now, we are going to do a live stream on Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. And the topic will be the art of conflict resolution. How do you resolve conflicts? So we're going to have a mature, serious discussion regarding that topic. Also, this month, we're going to be doing interviews. So on Thursday, February the 17th, I will be conducting a live interview with someone named K Fit Now. She is a YouTube creator. She also happened to be a member of SSE Local 371. So she's part of my union family. So we will have a interview to ask questions regarding her channel and what are the goals as far as her channel going forward. I'm in the process of trying to get other interviews lined up. Once it's been confirmed, you'll all be notified. On Tuesday, February the 15th, we'll have our next stream in Spanish. And the topic will be los problemas que enfrentan los latinos. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to say a few words in Spanish. El El 15 de febrero vamos a tener nuestra programación completamente en español y vamos a hablar sobre el tema, los problemas que enfrentan los latinos. Vamos a tener una conversación sobre cuáles son los problemas que latinos se enfrentan. No solamente aquí en Estados Unidos, pero en otros lugares también. Um, so the goal is to have the two streams like this in Spanish. La meta es tratar de hacer dos programaciones cada mes completamente en español. So that being said, I know most of you will be watching it on the replay. And I do apologize for some of the technical difficulties. As you can see, I'm still learning how to share. Okay. But it is a learning process. And the fact of the matter is, no one's perfect. So, that being said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this stream by saying the following: people, please be careful out there because we're still dealing with a thing called C-19, which has killed almost 900,000 people. And we must do everything possible to protect ourselves, but more importantly, we must do everything possible to minimize our contact with the mentally and intellectually challenged. Because if we fail to do so, we will be infected by their stupidity and mass insanity. And that is an even more stronger disease than C-19. Because at least in C-19, we have things that we can do to fight it off. It's kind of hard. It's harder to fight out stupidity and massive insanity. That being said, this has been another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron. Again, please follow me on Twitter, which is Negron9515. Also, you can follow me on Instagram, which is Cute1NY. That's CUTEONENY. And the name of the channel is Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron. That being said, I thank you very much. I'm going to wish you all good night. Take care, be blessed, and